Hello YouTube, this is Anthony from Atronics and I will be doing a review on the LG840G. This is TracFone's second touchscreen device after the LG840G. It came out in 2011 and it's a really good quality phone. I think you can see the screen's all scratched up. If you don't see it, then you probably can now. That's only because I put it in a pocket of rocks. The screen doesn't get scratched up too easily for me. It wasn't scratched up for the first while that I was using it, where the time that all my other phone screens get scratched up. This one's just happened to be I put it in a pocket of rocks. Because we were in Yellowstone, we were collecting some nice looking rocks and stuff. But let's get to the review. On the front, you see this 3.25-inch screen. It's touchscreen. It has a PPI of 150, which they could have done better for the smaller screen, but they didn't, and you can't really spot individual pixels unless you really look. On the top of the screen, you see the speaker, which is used for media and calling. On the bottom, you see the 3 capacitive buttons, which is call, back, and hang up. And hang up's also to go back to your home screen. On the left side, you see the volume buttons, the volume rocker. They're pretty easy to press. On the right, there's nothing. On the bottom is your standard micro USB charging port, which I got a charging dock for this phone. Works good with the phone, and it's a really good battery too that I'll get to later on. On the back, here's your 3 megapixel camera. Okay, let's take the cover off to look at the battery and stuff. Here's the battery. I don't know too much about the battery, but all I do know is that it charges in around 20 minutes and lasts you all day, and maybe even into the next day with moderate use and a reasonable screen brightness. 60 is the default. I keep it on 0 all the time because the screen's so bright. And on 100, I can understand if you're going outside, but other than that, it's too bright. Here is the micro SD card that comes with the phone. Oops, it's tiny. It's tiny. It's 2 gigs on it, and it comes with the phone, which is really good. Cause I got this phone for $32. That's how much a 2 gigabyte micro SD card costs. All right. Now here is the home screen. You come in at the widget screen when you first press the lock button, which is on the top. Forgot the top. I'm sorry. On the left, you see the 3.5mm standard headset jack, which means that you can just get your favorite earplugs or any earplugs lying around the house, and you could just plug it in to the top. Yeah, see? You get nice sound effects when you do that. These are just cheap phones. I don't like them. I'm throwing them away too. So they don't even work. Okay. Turning the phone on by either clicking the lock/power button once and sliding up, or just clicking it 2 times if you don't feel like actually swiping. So you're greeted with your home screen, your widget screen, the main screen of the phone, in my opinion. Here you could add and subtract different widgets. They have a variety of widgets. The only ones I find useful for my personal life, which may not be for you and your personal lives, but for me and my personal lives, is the music and the time. Now, I can't give you a speaker test because I don't have any music on here, because I took the memories and everything off of the SD card and put it onto my new phone, which is the LG940G, which I believe comes after this one or something like that. But yeah. Alright. They have a bunch of different widgets. They have this time zone widget, which I have London on here for some reason. My current time zone is the central, I think. because I'm in Chicago. Here's the photos. Just displays different photos. Not that useful at all. Here's an old people clock. I guess if you want to look at that, I hate those clocks. Here's the notes thing that you can add. You can edit it and stuff like that. That's just a shopping list I have. Here's messaging, which I also used to keep this on there too, but I don't like scrolling on this screen. This is really useful also. If you don't want to look up here, that is, but here's a calendar. Here's a calendar. It's pretty useful also. I love that up there if I didn't already have these on there. Oops, let's get these closer. Okay, you scroll right, and you have the shortcut screen. Here you can add and take away different apps, which you could do, but I keep it clean because I like I don't have a problem with just clicking right there and going into my apps. Next is your contact screen. You can add and register your favorite contacts, which I guess could be useful if you don't want to just click contact right there. Not too useful to me because oops, I don't want to show you my messages. It's not too useful to me because I could just click contact right there. Right here is the bottom belt. No matter which screen you're on, that bottom belt is always going to be there. It's calling, contacts, and messaging, and more apps. Let me just delete all my messages real quick. You delete all the messages by delete, select all, delete, and then yes, deleting, blah blah blah. Here's your messages. You create new messages and type it with the keyboard, or if you're boring, you could just use this and take way more time of your day typing a message. Okay, and then you can go right here to drafts and outbox. Okay, and then your contacts, just like every other phone, you have contacts, and then calling. We can enter a number in there and it'll call. This is your little top belt thing right here. Music player, Bluetooth alarm, ring and vibration, and Wi-Fi. Okay, here's the more apps section, which you access by clicking at the bottom of the screen. I'll read you the list of apps on each screen and tell you something about that screen or something. Now, just before I start reading the apps, I'm going to tell you things are really unorganized in here. Dialing and recent calls. If you go to dialing right here, recent calls is right there, so why would you need to, yeah. And then camera and video camera. Can't they just put that under camera? And then settings, sound settings, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. Okay, if you don't combine all those, that's stupid, but if you leave out Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, what's the difference between settings and sound settings? It's just annoying how unorganized that is to me. It didn't bother me until I actually looked at it, and then it bothered me a lot. Okay, prepaid, so you get all your prepaid information. Contacts, which is your contact messages, dialing, recent calls, games and apps. So no matter what, there will always be 3 screens because any games or apps or browsers or anything that you download that is a game or an app or something like that will go under this games and apps screen. Calendar, which is your calendar. It's an average calendar. Awesome. I use it a lot just to put events that happen in that day, kind of like a journal-ish type thing. camera and video camera. Could have gone into one, but the camera is a 3 gigapixel. If I didn't tell you, 3 megapixel. If I didn't tell you that yet. Alarm. I use the alarms quite a lot. I just set quick alarms most of the time. The browser sucks, so you can get the browser doesn't suck. It's good for downloading music and stuff, but it can't go on all the websites. So I would get the UC browser or the Opera Mini browser. Actually, both. I use the UC browser to download games, and the Opera Mini browser to search the web because UC browser sucks at searching the web, and I hate the games and apps on Opera Mini. Alright, and then settings, which on settings you have display, phone, call, touch, and it could be sound, but they want it to be difficult, and that it's sound settings right there. Email, SNS, which is Facebook and Twitter, and if you have a MySpace, I guess you use it if you're an old person or a loser or something. Voice recorder, file manager, picture, music player. Music player. I don't have any music on there, like I said, because I don't have all my memory in here. But the music player was what really got me to keep this phone after I discovered that it wasn't as good as the package and picks it to be. The package does lie to you, so don't buy this one just because the package looks good. And if you did, look at it first and take it back if you don't like it. Because I was gonna take it back because I was mad, and then I saw the music player. This is my first phone. I bought it when I was 15 years old, 14 years old, and I saw this music player. I kept it. I had 70 songs on there before I took the memory card out. It's a loudspeaker though. This speaker is really loud. File manager, pictures, music player, notepad. I can't open that, but you here. 1 second. I have passwords and stuff for my notes. You can just add notes with either this little long taking keypad, or you can put input method, keyboard, and you get your own full keyboard right here. Okay. Audio, which is your, I guess, the audio stuff that you have. So here's where I could show you the loudness of the speaker. That's really loud. I like the speaker. It's pretty loud. Okay, that. And then videos. I could record a video, but it'll usually show all your videos in list or grid view, whichever one you prefer. Sound settings, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all self-explanatory, but stupid that they couldn't just go under settings like all the other phones just do. Calculator, really useful. I use it a lot. I love it. Tasks, I do use it a lot. Go to computer shop. I did that. I just didn't cross it out. Go to fingerhut.com. I did that. And I crossed it out. Look at boots for my brother. Look at trees with Dave. Around Christmas time, I was gonna go get a tree. Stopwatch. The stopwatch. I barely used it. It works fine though. It's pretty good working stopwatch. Tip calculator. Never have used it. I've looked at it and played around with it. Don't know what that is. My mom tried explaining it to me, but it was like gibberish. Unit converter. I play around with it a lot, and I actually do use it for school, and we get some of those stupid unit conversions. And SimApp. I'm not sure what SimApp is, but they were shady about it when I called TrackPhone customer service, and they just acted like I'm not sure if they really did know, but they just acted like they didn't. And I actually went to the computer shop that was on the tasks, the same computer shop, but later on. And I asked him about it, and he said he doesn't know. So if anybody wants to leave in the comments or whatever what this is, just please tell me. It says unlock, and it shows some code or whatever. Press OK. IMEI checksum. Okay, random number. I guess I could show you that's a random number. And ask me for an unlock code. I tried it once from a guide online, but it just took one of my tries. I only have 9 tries, and I don't want to break the phone. Yeah, that's my review of the LG840G. It's a pretty good phone. I think you should buy it, but don't buy it just because the box makes it look good. The box makes it look way better than it really is. It's really a good phone. I love it a lot. I don't want to give it up, but I also want a phone with the keyboard on it. It's just what I love. So yeah. So someone please tell me about the Sim app. But please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Please take the time out of your day to do that for me. And next you'll see a review on the LG900G. In a week. I'm gonna get to use it for a week because it's gonna be my daily phone, my daily driver, I guess you can call it if you want to be nerdy or whatever. And after that, I'm gonna talk about the iPod 5th generation and a little word to Apple, my opinions on Apple, and why I like them and why I don't, because there's some reasons on both. Alright, have a nice time, and thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to this channel, Atronics, and have a nice one. Bye.